Now, a big question that we really like to ask people is, would you go out with your clients for a coffee? That's very, very important. And this reminds me of something, by the way, because Maya was first a client. So, and we went out. First time wasn't coffee, but yeah, anyway. But yeah, so that's a very important question that you need to ask, right? Who knows where it can lead to? But no, if seriously, if you wouldn't go for a coffee with your clients, then it probably shows that you are not going to be as excited about going over and beyond for them, right? And about over delivering. But if you're actually excited, then it's a very good filter to look at this through, and it's a very easy yes or no answer, right? Like right now, if you have clients, you can look at them and say, would I actually like to hang out with these people, right? Like you don't have to love them, right? You don't have to like just love them, but you need to be at least excited to spend time with them, because if you don't, then you're gonna resent your own clients and you're not gonna over deliver for them, right? We have a client that changed. I won't say their name because yeah, I don't want to, but maybe they don't want me to mention it. But they are in a very interesting niche where they help people with their careers, and they kind of pivoted a little bit of like who they are working with, and they started attracting better clients. And one of the biggest parts of this was charging more. They increased their price 30% 2 months in a row, 30% next month, 30% more, and it was already expensive. And that was one of the ways to attract better clients. And once they did, they actually told me, Howard, once I started doing this, I actually started like going over and beyond for clients, and they started getting better results. And now I market these results, and now I get more clients. One of the examples he gave me was he started doing calls during the midnight, right? Back then he wasn't. He sleeps relatively late, but he wasn't doing calls. He was like watching something, some entertainment, etc., during these last hours of the day. And he decided to start doing it, right? And as a result, now people, because now he was taking calls every day around those times as well for his clients, that was one of the aspects that helped him become more successful, because that's what differentiates you from your competition. But he couldn't make himself do it before he actually liked his clients, right? So this is a very, very big thing. And the reason that this is important of two reasons. Number one, tactically, you will do things that will add more value to clients. Number two, it's more likely that you will not burn out and will keep going. Because even if you're strong, you are disciplined, whatever, and you need money or you want to grow, you have a strong motivation and say, I don't care, I'm going to work with anyone. That sounds fair. But after you scale, let's say to 10, 20, 30, 100K, whatever is your goal or more, then you are going to get demotivated, because then you solve the money issue, right? Or kind of, and then you're going to stuck with clients that you don't like. And it's a harder transition from there. So we would recommend to actually start by attracting better people. So this is very, very important topic. And we made all the mistakes ourselves, guys. We worked with people that paid us just $99, and like it took us months of work, and then they still, like, it wasn't the best experience for us, for them. No one got results. It wasn't good. And we also had cases where we charged someone hundreds of times more and the results were very good. So this is a very big question, and this is where it starts. And please pay attention to this. And if right now ask yourself this question, would you go out with your clients for a coffee if you have clients? If the answer is no, and you're not trying to attract better clients, then you should focus on this. And if the answer is yes, you should keep watching. Now, number one, you don't have to target only wealthy people with your offer, but your ideal client avatar must be able to pay you without big sacrifices. Sometimes people hear about selling high ticket, they mean they just need to, like, that means that they only need to sell to millionaires or like multimillionaires or billionaires. That's not true, right? You need to sell to someone that doesn't have to be rich or wealthy, but they actually have there's a high chance that they would have the funds to be able to pay, right? And a lot of people go after markets or niches or client avatars, or they have messaging in their marketing that attracts people that don't have money. I'll give an example. In our marketing, we try to not mention things like broke, for example. Like if we say how to make money if you're broke, if that's gonna be the title of my videos, I will attract more people that are broke. Nothing wrong with that. If you're broke right now, that's good. At least you join this. You can use these strategies and hopefully you won't be broke. But no, I mean this, right? I was very broke when I started. So that's fine. But like, I'm not trying to actively attract more people like that, right? Because you might be watching this, you might not have a lot of money. If that's the case, that's okay. You are still motivated. Most people that don't have any money though, they're not gonna be a good fit for what we do, right? So I'm trying to not use that language, although it would be easy to make videos about these topics on YouTube and get views. So you need to be very mindful of what language you are using in your content and who you are attracting. I'll give you another small example. Let's say you are a fitness coach and you are posting on Instagram. If you say, what's the cheapest protein to buy? guess who is gonna see your Instagram reel? People that care about buying the cheapest protein. So how they're gonna offer your high ticket offer? So when it starts with offers, marketing, messaging, captions, ideas, being more aware of this is gonna help you a lot to attract people that don't have to be rich. They just would be able to afford your services. And that's very important. So you don't waste each other's time. Now, a poor person giving you $100 is sacrificing 10% of their net worth. A rich person giving you 10,000 might not notice. And this is very, very true. We have noticed it with experience, right? Now, a lot of these trainings are available for free with all of the templates, AI tools, private feedback for you to be able to implement in your business. And guess what? It's absolutely free. So if you're interested, the link will be down below in the description and you can apply to join there.